Secondary research.
This is research done by others. This could be other usability studies, meta-studies, statistical data, or any other data that you believe is relevant.
Primary research.
This is research you do yourself. This is the critical skill set if you want to start putting UX something on your CV. In this, I'm including ethnographic studies, user testing, conducting interviews, and any other method by which one collects data from the source.
LoFi Wireframing.
Wireframing and low fidelity isn't always critical to the success of a product, but it's often really useful. Learning the basic best practices and language of wireframing can help you better communicate your ideas with your colleagues. And you can probably live without this one, but to be honest, I wouldn't want to. This is a C-tier item.
Design thinking process.
This is a very broad, vague collection of activities, mindsets, and methods, but what we're talking about is the core tenets of design thinking. In my mind, the most skeletal version of design thinking is 5 moments. The moment you realize you have a brief and start asking questions, the moment you realize any research would be futile, when you have an easy to articulate problem statement, when you realize any more design would be a waste of time without testing, and lastly, the moment you realize any further testing of your product would have to be done after development or launch. If there's anything that I would put a lot of time into learning, it would be the design thinking process.
Curiosity.
If you look at any advice articles on what design directors look for in recruits, many will say that the main thing they look for is curiosity. Now this might be true, but my issue with it is that it reeks of something that a manager would say to make themselves seem more important. In over a dozen interviews for UX jobs, I've never once been asked to extrapolate on this particular virtue. As a skill, however, curiosity is of course important, in the same way that in school, they're primarily teaching you how to learn rather than what to learn.
Empathy.
S tier. Undeniably the critical soft skill for any UX designer. The ability to stroll a kilometer in another's clogs can never be understated.
Collaboration and workshopping.
Holding the attention of your peers or clients does require some practice, but it's well worth the effort. Find opportunities to be involved in this kind of group activity, and if you feel like you're just not getting exposed to them, create those opportunities. What's stopping you from running a 5-day Google Sprint with 3 of your colleagues? If you can deliver value in that time, it'll be well worth the investment.
Information architecture.
Yeah, this is S tier 100%. Information architecture is fundamental to any project. Being able to articulate your IA in the abstract is a really powerful tool.
Software skills.
Thanks to the glorious International Unorganized Guild of Journey Craftsmen, software is almost always becoming easier to use, including the software we as designers use ourselves. Instead of spending time learning the minutiae of a program like InDesign, spend time understanding the needs underlying user behaviors.
UI documentation.
Pure UX researchers will tell you that this isn't strictly part of UX. However, pure UX research jobs are few and far between. At a very practical level, most jobs will need you to feed UI designs and documentation to developers. There is quite a degree of technical detail here, and the people who enjoy this kind of thing are the same kind of people that enjoy making model trains.
Interactive prototyping.
Having the technical skill set to create a click-through prototype or full-fidelity codeless prototype can be a huge help in communicating your ideas, and a great tool for testing at the same time. Look smart, share it with your friends. See you soon. Cheers.